Aloha, welcome back to Tell Us More. This is part 3 of why a home inspection, why you would want to have a home inspection done. In part 1 and part 2, we mainly talked about addressing the issues for buyers. But in this part 3, we would like to present it for the sellers. What's the advantages of having this done and why a smart seller would do this step ahead of time. My colleague is with me, Karen.schleif, and we have Steve Fierros again with Gray Owl Inspections. And we're going to let Steve take the floor.
Sure. Yeah. So, talking, about benefit. We've talked about benefits to, buyers, about why they would maybe want to have a professional home inspection done. Something that is also a huge benefit, and a lot of people don't necessarily think about, would be a benefit as a seller. So hey, what's the benefit that I have as a seller of my own personal property? To get a pre-listing inspection done.
There we go.
So typically, there's a lot of potentially deferred maintenance items that may be present in the house that, hey, you're living in the house, you're comfortable. Typically a lot of people don't always necessarily maintain service routines, let's say on, hey, my water heater. The water heater, you're thinking, hey, my water heater's, I got hot water, I can take a nice hot shower. At the end of the day, I'm good, right? Those things don't need any type of maintenance. But they do actually need maintenance. You should be flushing the tank out periodically to make sure that there's no abnormal amounts of sediments in the tank. You should be changing anode rods and just having inspections done like on the tank visibly itself. So that's something that hey, if I'm working for a buyer, I'll point out, hey, the service life for this water heater, maybe it's not heating as well as it should be. The temperatures aren't where they should be. Maybe seeing some signs of corrosion on the tank or whatnot. And so these are things that a seller, if they, let's say, were to replace the tank's getting a little long in the tooth, that could be a big benefit at a marketing point to be able to sell their house that much faster. Hey, we've got a brand new water heater tank. It's not that significant of an expense, but could be a great marketing point, let's say, for a homeowner when they go to the market and sell their house. Another common one would be smoke detectors. Most people don't realize, most smoke detectors have about a 10-year lifespan. Everything has a service life. And so smoke detectors, though they're inexpensive and relatively small and kind of obscure, people don't like it when the batteries start chirping at them.
Yes.
Usually the only time people think about smoke detectors.
They just get irritated by it.
Exactly. But they they have a service life, and these are relatively inexpensive items. They can make a huge difference. I mean, they're literally life insurance.
Right, it's a safety item, right?
Exactly. And so maybe they can have a pre-listing inspection. We can point out things like that. Hey, you know what? I think these smoke detectors are past their service life. This would be an inexpensive repair that you could make. You probably should go ahead and change them. And now the buyer doesn't have to think about it. It's a good point of being able to position. Hey, you know what? You're buying a nice, safe house. So we've got a new water heater. We've got a new smoke detector. Things have been kind of updated, and that just shows also a higher level of care to any potential buyers. Oh, this house was cared for. They maintain even the small details. And so things like that could be significant in terms of getting their house sold quicker and for top dollar. So
makes a great negotiating tool.
Absolutely.
And your sellers are thinking of course, selling their house. You're also thinking about packing, moving, getting a new place, either they're buying or renting or wherever they're going. And so this is just something that will be off of their mind. To get an inspection, get it fixed before all of that is going on. Because by the time the buyer gets the inspection, the seller is already stressed out.
Yes.
Right? With all those things that they have to do with the family and all this, so they get it done beforehand, then it's a lot less stress on the seller.
And the thing about it too, by doing a pre-home inspection, a pre-listing home inspection, it gives you as a seller of your property peace of mind, because now you know exactly what's going on with your house. You don't have to panic when you go into escrow and the buyer decides to bring in a home inspector as well, that, oh no, they're going to find stuff. You've already taken care of it. Everything's done. It's a good deal. You can sleep well at night knowing that it's all taken care of. That's probably the biggest, most important issue of all. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we thank you so much for coming and joining us on part 3. Steve, again, thank you so much for coming to share your expertise with all of our viewers. We appreciate it. Tell us more in the comments below, and we will see you on our very next video. Aloha.